Hi, at this point for the month of September, I'll be doing this video instead of the Zodiac videos, and just wanted to let you know that there'll be a reading for each of the Zodiacs, and then at the end there's a reading for the collective that you'll want to be sure and watch. So I'll have it all time stamped so you don't have to watch through the whole thing. You can watch the zodiacs that you want to watch, maybe your sun, moon, rising, those different ones, and then watch the community for the collective, those watching at the end. So anyway, I hope you really enjoy this readings about the energies that are coming up with Mars in retrograde and the chakra that we want to look at for that time period to help us. And so I'll continue with the video. Hi, this is Madelyn with Spiritual Rebirth Tarot, and welcome back to my channel. And after several attempts this afternoon of doing a reading, for each of the zodiac signs, I tried to start 2 different times. I just didn't have the energies there to do them. Maybe later, but what I kind of felt inspired the most by here today is what we're doing this month, the chakra cleansing, and also looking at the retrogrades in especially the Mars going into retrograde in Aries in September 9th through November 13th. So it's going to be a pretty big deal where we're going to not have that feeling of energy and strength and moving forward, which kind of makes sense that I'm trying to think of that time and I keep feeling like I'm going to fall asleep. So it's kind of a weird time of day out here, but I really also just couldn't feel any energy inside the house. So I felt like, okay, I have to come outside. So what I want to do is, first of all, just read this post that I found on Facebook that I felt really kind of talks a little bit about this energy that we're going to not have in September through November. Feeling the need to be busy all the time is a trauma response and fear-based distraction from what you'd be forced to acknowledge and feel if you slowed down. So in the next couple of months, we're going to be forced to slow down in a lot of ways through this retrograde in Mars. And so as we're forced to slow down, we're going to have to deal with some of these things that we really don't want to deal with, and think about the things we really haven't been wanting to think about. It's trauma response and fear-based. If I just keep myself busy enough and don't relax enough, I won't have to deal with all this stuff that's in my head. So we are going to get to deal with that stuff that's in our head here in this time period. So what I want to do is I want to talk about what chakra would help us during this time for the different signs. And so we'll start, Aries, Leo, Sag with the fire signs, and we'll go through all the signs, just pulling the chakra card and talking about the energies that need to be looked at and addressed. And a lot of the focus that I feel like I'm starting to have in my channel, as it's been going on now for a couple of months, is this concept of raising the vibration of the planet. And that's, the vibration is all this tonal energy. So raising the vibration of the planet by inspiring and guiding people that are in the awakening process, the souls that are awakening to their divine calling. And I believe that a lot of my divine calling is starting to see has to do with Reiki. I was attuned with Reiki 1, Looking forward to Reiki 2, and I feel like I'm ready and have had enough healing. And this month with the chakra cleansing is the start to that. And the learning how to self-heal properly is one of the first steps toward that. So when we're talking about the chakra, one thing we can do for this month is if we take infused water and infuse it with some lemon, cucumber, and mint, and we take that water and infuse it and let it sit and then drink it. And of course, you know, don't do that if you're allergic to cucumbers or, you know, something like that. And it really gives us that energy, and it helps to balance. It helps to balance our chakras and the energies. And so one thing that I'll do is I'll buy a bunch of mint and freeze it so that I can put, you know, a leaf or two in at a time, but not be spending a lot of money on mint. Or you could have a friend maybe give you some if you can't grow it yourself, because you can kind of see here it's a pretty dry place, and it just gets drier and drier and drier. And I try to grow something like mint, and it just tends to die no matter what I do. So hopefully I'll get better at growing things with using my Reiki energy to instill in the plant, but they still need water. Okay, so we have the chakra energy cards. So let's take a look at the different time periods here. So the Aries, and so let's look at the Aries energy. So people have Aries energies in their chart, sun, moon, rising in Aries, which I definitely don't have. Anyway, if you have those, go ahead and spend some time thinking about the chakra that comes up here, meditating on the color, working on, you know, especially unblocking and cleansing that part of your life. Okay. Alright, so it's actually the Earth Star Chakra, which is what we are working on right now, and it's called Nurturing. This is a picture of a lion and a lion cub, and even though a lion can be pretty aggressive and he can be out there fighting his battles and getting his prey, it also is a really good mother. And so the lion is a good energy, the fiery energy. It's the Leo. So as we're looking at the Aries, you need to ground yourself with the Earth Star Chakra, and in that grounding, to do some nurturing, both of yourself and of others in your life. So let's take a look at the book that goes with these cards under Nurturing. And you have called upon this card today as an invitation to create more nurturing in your life. And sometimes when your life is calling for some love and nurturing, you're completely deserving of this love and attention. Do those things for yourself that allow you to feel this loving essence. Take a long, relaxing bath. Go for a massage. Maybe go get a Reiki treatment. Do things that would be nurturing for you. However, due to fear, it's a natural state of being to nurture. However, due to fear, we have learned to shut off and separate ourselves from the love and nurturing that surrounds us. Open yourself to the kindness in your heart and create some love in your life today. So it's interesting that it talks about love with that, love and nurturing, because lately, or there was one time that I got these two cards. It was like what you want versus what you need, and what I want is love and what I need is nurturing. So then I started to think, well, what is the difference between nurturing and love? And it really, I felt like, you know what, it has to do with maybe it has to do with putting love out there and accepting the nurturing. And so sometimes it's easier for us to, you know, put out our love to everyone. To actually sit and accept that nurturing to ourselves is something that can be really hard to do. Okay, so for the Aries for this month, focus on the grounding and the family and the nurturing aspects in your life. Okay, so let's take a look at the Leo. So Leo, let's look at your card. So let's now it's Leo's turn. Let's take a look at the energies of the chakra and which chakra is going to go best with your energies. Okay. Okay, so the card that I pull is interesting, is the love card, which is the heart chakra. So during this month, Leo, if you spend some time with your heart chakra and the love, and love has both a giving out love and accepting love into your life. So let's take a look at the book. This is the number 18, which is a 9. So it's kind of coming to the end or the full development or something. So as you accept love into your life and you learn how to use love better and the heart chakra better, you'll be coming to the end of this level and moving toward the next level of growth in your life. So during this time when Mars is in retrograde and things are kind of slowing down, it's good to be focusing on love. So you've been called by this card as a reminder that love is all you need. You may be going through a challenging time at present, such as a relationship breakup, a challenging family situation, a friendship breakdown, or some personal challenges. Pulling this card is a reminder that love is the key to your current situation. It's time to bring the focus back to love and what is important and true for you. Love is a big healer. And never venture too far from the powerful essence of love, because it resonates in every cell of your being. If you feel that sometimes you have a tendency to close off love, this is a card that says it's time that you open the heart and allow yourself to receive. You are truly deserving of the deep love that you are going to be offered. So this card can also reflect that you have been opening more to love and that it's time to meet that special person that will give you that loving connection, possibly a soulmate or a twin flame. So the affirmation is, I am love and love is me. So love is in every cell of our body. It's in the central chakra. You know, the chakras above, chakras below, and then we have our heart. And so with the heart, we can take a breath, put our shoulders back and say, I'm not afraid. You know, I'm courageous and brave and being who I am. And so, you know, sometimes we can get caught up in different things, but remember that as the love flows in your life, even when things kind of get a little slow or a little difficult in the next month, grab onto love as that source for you. Okay, so the next one is Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius, let's take a look at your cards here for the chakra card. So here are the chakra displayed here. And so Sagittarius, during this time when Mars is in retrograde, and things can be a little bit slow moving, and I'm sure that's not very great for a Sagittarius. This whole time period has probably been pretty difficult, and things are going to slow down even more for us, especially having to do with like our identity and our personhood, because it's Mars in retrograde in Aries. So let's take a look at Sagittarius and the energies that you want to be developing. Okay, so the card we got is number 7. It's holistic health, and so that is the base chakra. So it is the bottom of the traditional chakras. So the base chakra has to do with grounding, and it has to do with well, kind of like just like that baseline in your life. So you know, if it's blocked, it's hard to get those energies coming up from your body to your mind. So by having holistic health, an overall healthy way of looking at life and at the world right now, it will kind of help things to flow more freely. So for the base or root chakra, you want to spend time in meditation on the color red, eat red foods, have some of the red, you know, red jasper or other types of red stones. I even like will sometimes just go find a red stone that's laying around somewhere and be thinking about that, or red flowers. Red's a really great color, easy to wear. So we want to like have all of those, have all of those things going on during this time. So, you know, when Mars is in retrograde, Sagittarius, you will find that as you focus on your holistic health, it's going to help you with the energies that are surrounding you. Okay, so let's take a look at Aquarius. So Aquarius, let's look at your chakra card for the month of September, especially September 9 through November 17 with Mars in retrograde. And there's going to be a lot of things that are going to be going on during that time, as far as feeling like stuff is a lot slower and more sluggish. And for you, Aquarius, you're kind of up in your head and thinking of all these great things. So you'll probably have a lot of things going on in your mind that you may not be able to get in your body. So let's take a look at the chakra cards and see what is going to be there for you in these energies. And so we're looking at the soul star chakra, which is way up high above your head, and it's peace. You know what, I feel like peace is the crown chakra. Let me 31. Yes, peace is the crown chakra. Okay, so it's right here. So as you're, you know, focusing on the top of your head, the energies going up into the universe, and as you focus on that, the card is peace. So your affirmation is, peace exists in each moment and within every cell of my being. You know, it's kind of interesting because when we have the love card, which is the heart chakra, it says that love is in every cell of your being. And then when we're looking at the crown chakra, it's talking about peace being in every cell of your being. And recently, I asked my regular friends on Facebook, I said, when you think about going to heaven, what's the thing that, you know, gets you the most excited? You know, and I was thinking, they say something like, I don't know what I was thinking people say, but some people say, you know, seeing friends and family and those kind of things. But the predominant thing was peace. And peace and freedom from pain and peace. So that was interesting. So Aquarius, during this time, you want to be seeking peace. You've called upon this card to remind you that peace is available to you in each moment. Peace lives within you, surrounds you at all times. You are encouraged to connect with the powerful healing vibration in you and in the universe. Peace lies within you. You may feel the urge to meditate or simply to go somewhere in nature where you are able to sit by yourself and feel the peaceful energy being offered to you at this time. So when you can stop and connect with this energy, it will invoke a deep process of cleansing and renewal. So feeling this sense of peace, you know, going out in nature, spending time in meditation, especially on the lavender color coming into your body in this sense of peace is very important. We are all striving to find peace in the world, and we don't realize that all the striving actually stops us from truly being. And so sometimes when we work so hard at trying to be peaceful, that's not very peaceful. And so in this time is going to be a lot of letting go in order to really feel that sense of peace. So when you're out in the world, you can bring a sense of anger and frustration, guilt, and all those kind of things. Or you can really focus on giving and offering the people around you, you know, a true sense of peace. And so that can make a big difference. Okay, so let's take a look now at Gemini and the energies in this time period. Okay, Gemini, let's look at your cards for the chakra for this time with Mars in retrograde. And Gemini is my sun sign, so probably I'll have to pay attention to this too. Okay, so when Mars is in retrograde, we're going to feel like things are a little slower, a little sluggish. We don't have the energy that we want. And especially as Geminis, that can be a little frustrating because we usually have a lot of energy and gumph and go for it and all that. So let's see, what chakra can we focus on, cleanse, heal this month to help us with those energies. Okay, so visualization, which is the throat chakra. So that's kind of our chakra, the communication. And so part of communication is visualization, or really seeing things in your head. This is one of my favorite cards. I just love this eye and these colors. Just really beautiful. So it's 28. Oh my goodness, I'm getting these wrong. It's third eye. Okay, well, I should have known the eye is the third eye. Okay, so you have attracted this card into your awareness because this is a creative time of visualization for you. So that makes a lot more sense. And okay, so we're looking at visualization through our third eye. So opening our third eye is going to be important during this time. So when we're feeling kind of sluggish, that's something we can do to kind of help our minds. And so the color of the third eye is violet. So you may like to imagine this color streaming into your third eye as it extends and awakens to its full potential. In this opening, you will receive strong visions and deep wisdom. Trust what is coming through for you. You will also deepen your intuition and psychic abilities. This card could be a sign that you need to take more notice of the visions and dreams in your life. So whatever this card means for you, make sure that you nurture this powerful process in your life. So during this time, when we're having to not do as much physical effort, we really can spend a lot of time focusing on the third eye, the psychic abilities, bringing in that energy from the outside world and really visualizing what it is that we are wanting to manifest in our lives. Okay, so Libra. All right, Libra, so let's look at your chakra card and see what card and energies are coming out for you at this time when Mars is going into retrograde on September 9th. And so during this time, things are going to feel a little sluggish, a little harder to do. And for you, being an air sign, wanting to float around, maybe a little harder time balancing, like you always like to do. So let's take a look and see which one of the chakras you can focus on to get better energies. Okay. Oh, it's holistic health again. Okay, so let's take a look at this in the book. Holistic health is the base chakra. So you have drawn this card today to let you know that healing is at hand and that your body is going to help with that healing. Do what's required for holistic healing to occur. It's time to expand your awareness and look beyond the issue of what emotional or outdated belief system could be causing an imbalance. Oh, interesting. Balance. You are the most powerful person in your life to create profound healing. It's time to look at yourself holistically and let go of anything that's not serving your highest purpose at this time. Do what is required to nurture this process. Start a daily practice like yoga, meditation, exercise. You might be guided to eat differently or to do other things in your life. So be sure and think about the color red, wear the color red, focus on that chakra and that element in your life, and see where things go in this month. So in that time and that will help you to balance things out. So maybe it's saying that you have some imbalance in your health in some ways, your physical health. Okay, so Pisces. All right, Pisces, let's take a look for you at your chakra cards. And in this time, when Mars is going into retrograde in Aries, it'll definitely, I think, be a time when Pisces may have a little more emotions of, oh, I just am not enough, I'm not doing enough, things aren't enough for me. And so let's see, what chakra could you focus on that could help you with some of these energies? Okay, and it came up with Mother Earth. So Mother Earth is that ultimate grounding. It's the number one in this deck. It's talking about truly getting ourselves grounded in nature, and we're dealing with this Earth Star chakra right now on the channel. So take a look at some of the things we're saying. Definitely focus in on that. And it's interesting because you naturally are a water sign, and what it's saying is really focus on kind of the earth elements and those aspects right now at this time. So let's take a look at Cancer and see where we're at with the energies with Cancer. Okay, so let's pull some cards for Cancer, a card for Cancer for the chakra that you'd like to focus on during this time of Mars going into retrograde in Aries. So in September 9th, things will slow down for us, be a little harder to go along. I have a feeling that you won't be as affected by this as much, probably as much as you are by the moon. because the moon probably pulls stronger for you than anything else. But during this time, let's see what energies would help you and which chakra would benefit you to focus on at this time. Okay. Okay, so we're looking at meditation. So this card for meditation, let's take a look at the book and see what it's saying about meditation. So meditation is the crown chakra, and it's lavender is the color. So meditation is a powerful tool and it has been practiced for a long time. So most people find it challenging to clear their mind for meditation. This is fine. Over time, it will become easier. The best way to work with a crazy mind is to focus gently on your breath, which gives the mind something to do. Another great option is to work with a mantra or a sound. It's about finding a great option is to work with stillness and experience the sacred time for yourself. So meditation is a great way to get the answers to your questions. So if you just meditate with a blank mind, you may not get much other than just that sense of peace. But if before you start your meditation you have an intention, whatever that intention is, as you go into meditation, some of those answers may start coming to you from your guides and angels and things like that. So meditation during this time will be very useful, and certainly will be recommending during this chakra cleansing for this month to be doing meditation every day on the color of the day, the chakra that we're working on, so you can be doing that throughout and working up to the crown and the top of the things that are going on. Okay, so Scorpio. So Scorpio, let's take a look at the chakra card for this time for you, and we are looking at wanting to deal with the Mars in retrograde, which is kind of slow things down, make things a little harder for all of us with this chakra. And so what chakra will help you in this time period? Okay. So it's the heart chakra and forgiveness. So there may be somebody in your life that you need to forgive, or it might be yourself that you need to forgive. But if there's something that's gone on with your life or in your life, or that needs that forgiveness, know that this is being offered to you. Spend that time unblocking and cleansing the heart chakra, and it'll help to bring that forgiveness into your life. So in the book, we can take a look. And I had true forgiveness starts with you, and so that's something important to remember. So the affirmation is, my heart is full of unconditional love and I forgive freely. And so the time has come for you to let go and forgive at a deeper level, so that you can dance in the energy of freedom. So that is really, really beautiful. To find that deep place of forgiveness requires much love, understanding, compassion, and a whole lot of courage. Okay, so let's take a look at Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn, let's take a look at the energies, the chakra that you'll want to be focusing on here in this time, as Mars is going into retrograde in Aries. And so, being an earth sign, you probably won't want to be, You'll want to keep things nice and steady in the way things are going, and you'll find that you kind of feel like you're walking through molasses, and things are kind of slowing down for the next couple of months. So during that time, you'll have to be thinking a little bit more about some things you might not want to think about. So let's take a look at the cards here for the chakra and see what chakra could you focus on to help you in this time. Okay, so, well, that's nice. At least it's an earth. It's the rebirth, which is the earth star chakra. And so the sense of grounding, but not only grounding, but of rebirth, of coming to new life. So I love this is my favorite card, I think, and the beautiful work, and then the butterfly that's on here, and it's gorgeous colors. And so as we look at this butterfly, we can think about the butterfly and how it starts out as a caterpillar, and it's going along and doing its thing, and it creates its chrysalis like it's supposed to, and for a while it actually becomes liquid. So it becomes really hard to move through that liquid. You know, it kind of doesn't know who it is or what's going on. But when it comes out the other side, it's this beautiful butterfly that flies around and gives us all joy and happiness. And so that transition from the caterpillar to the butterfly, sometimes we don't think about that time, kind of like that dark night of the soul, that time in our lives when everything is really sad and down and dark. So use this opportunity of this time, when Mars is going into retrograde and things feel a lot slower, more like walking through molasses for you. Maybe things don't progress at work the way they're supposed to, and those kind of things. As that stuff is happening in your life, take that as an opportunity to grow and to be reborn into a new person. And a lot of that will be that meditation, you know, the meditation going down to the center of the earth, bringing up those energies. Okay, so let's look at Virgo. So Virgo, let's look at the chakra cards here for this time period of September 9 through September 9 through November 13, when Mars is going to be in retrograde. And so it's in retrograde in Aries, so things will feel a little bit slower. And you might find that you won't get as many of those daily things done as you usually like to do. And you might have to let a few things go in order to make life as pleasant and easy for yourself during this time as possible. So let's take a look at what chakra you should be focusing on during this time. Okay, so this is the Earth Star Chakra, grounding. So it's kind of interesting. Capricorn had a grounding card as well. It was the rebirth. And so for you, during this time, I'm thinking you need to really just go into yourself, the things that you like to do. Don't try to force yourself to be something that you're not. Just be a Virgo. Just live your life, enjoy your life, do the things that you love, and just don't try to be anything else. And during this time, just focus on that grounding that needs to happen. So this is the number 4 card, which is that great stability. And let's take a look at what it has to say. So the affirmation is, my energy is completely grounded into the healing energy of the earth. So during this time, there's some healing that's going to happen. And that thing that I read at the beginning, it was about how a lot of times we try to stay so busy so we don't really see the things that need to be healed. And so I think that's kind of your message here. This is a very you may have been feeling a little scattered with your thoughts and feelings and finding it difficult to focus and concentrate. Maybe you're feeling stressed and busy due to the many demands on you and difficulty. The most powerful way to do this centering and grounding is to align and reconnect with Mother Earth. And so as you may like to spend some time at the beach. I don't know if you're near a beach, something like a beach. Go for a walk, visit a lovely waterfall, or find a favorite place in nature that you can sit and relax. When you're grounded, you feel a deep connection to yourself and everything around you. So connect to yourself. Find that deep connection within yourself that you really are needing. Ground into the Earth Star Chakra during this time. And don't expect a whole lot of extra out of yourself. Okay, Taurus. So Taurus, let's take a look at our energies for this time period. Things are going to slow down a little bit with retrograde in Aries of Mars. And Mars is that planet that kind of gets you moving and shaking and going places. And so to have it kind of in decommission, things are going to slow down a lot for you. And so in your life, let's see which of the chakra will kind of help you if you kind of cleanse that, focus on that during this time for things to go better because of that. Okay. Communication. So during this time, you're asked to really focus on your communication. So let's take a look. It's number 21, which is the 3, which is kind of like the union. I think of it as the union number. So that's communication is coming together. So you have to, this card is to let you know it's an important time for you to communicate. So I think it's so cool how this card has them talking telepathically. So anyway, take a moment to see if there is anyone in your life that you are not communicating effectively with due to fear of rejection or an unwanted conflict. And you are being encouraged to speak up at this time and to share your feelings. So during this time when you are things are slowing down a little bit and things aren't progressing as much, it's a really good time to take the opportunity to talk to that person in your life that you need to do a little more communication with. As you trust, you will feel a huge weight off your shoulders and a natural healing will occur. You will feel a deeper connection with yourself and those around you. So a lot of times, learning to trust, getting rid of the fear is what will help us to have better communication. So one of the things that you can do for fear is just very simple. If you stand in front of a mirror and you say, I release all fear. I release all fear. Take a breath. I release all fear. And really mean it. Like, think in your mind of all. You don't have to think about all your fears, but just think this energy of fear I'm releasing to the universe because I don't need it anymore. I don't need it in my life. I release doubt. I release anger. I release frustration. And when you release those things, you'll have more confidence and ability to communicate with the people you need to communicate with. So it was really fun doing all of the zodiac signs and talking about the energies and the chakras that you want to focus on for this time. So let's take a look for a message for the collective, and just a brief tarot message for the collective in this time. So what is the advice from your higher self that is being given to us at this time? So for the collective, for those watching this video today, and whatever day that is, day or night that you're watching, for the collective, what is the advice for this time when Mars is in retrograde? So the advice for the collective at this time when Mars is in retrograde. Okay. Okay, so we have in the situation the Magician, and our base is strength, and the thing that will help us or benefit us is the Page of Swords. The crown, the crowning is the Horned One, and the potential outcome is the Two Pentacles. So we have three major arcana cards. So this is a very important time for a lot of people in the time of Mars in retrograde here in September through November. So it's a very important time for us. So as we're sitting here, not able to do as much as we would like to, because the energies just aren't there, and the push, the drive isn't there, the Magician comes to us and says, this is a great time for you to really look at how you're manifesting. And I know for me, recently, when I looked at how I was manifesting in my life, I was like, oh my goodness. I really could see how I was not really having those positive feelings that I needed to have. And one of the main ways that I struggle with is with abundance and with money. And so the idea of having money. And so my whole life, I mean, I've done so many wonderful things. I got my degree in dentistry and in prosthodontics. I taught dentistry for many years. Definitely very well known in the community in many positive ways. And yet I end up, destitute and broke all the time. And I'm like, I don't have any money. And it's because in my mind, I just really don't believe that I should. I kind of believe that I should have as much money as the poorest person in the world, which really is very little. And it's kind of like, it's only fair that that would be the case. And I know that for a lot of people, you're probably looking at that going, I would love to have money. I can't believe that I would even think that way. But it's the way that I've always thought. And so during this time, let's take a look at our manifestation and how we're doing it. And so what I've decided, my first step is to say to myself all the time, I am accepting wealth into my life. So I'm accepting wealth into my life. I'm accepting that that's an okay thing to have and to be wealthy and to have wealth in my life. And more than that, of course, I always want value, and that's the most important thing. But it is okay, and I'm willing to accept that into my life. So that's the whole, I think, the situation that we'll be dealing with is, for you, it might be, love. Like you're just thinking that you're not deserving for some reason, or it just wouldn't be fair, for you to have this particular love. Well, it is. And we need to have a feeling inside of us of what that would feel like and how we want that to feel, and then it will come to pass. And so the thing that's going to help us during this time is strength and kind of a sense of meditation. So, strength and moving forward, having a direction as much as we can, and then meditation and quietness inside of ourselves. And I always think of like the nature, being out in nature and grounding. And so it's kind of cool because the head is the grounding card. So it's like our whole body is involved in this. All the way from the crown to the feet, we are being grounded in this meditation and in the earth. And that's what's going to give us the strength that we need. And the benefit is to watch out for lies. So the lies that we tell ourselves, the lies that keep us from being able to manifest in the way that we should in our lives. And so by doing this, our potential outcome is to get a lot more balance in our lives. So during this time of reflection and of consciousness and not as much movement, we'll have the opportunity to get more balance into our lives. So let's look at the soul card underneath. And of course there are 3 more major arcana cards: the Chariot, the Fool, and the Hierophant. And so, you know, what it's telling us is, even in this time that'll be hard for us to move, and it's like moving through molasses, we will still be given the strength and courage and motivation to move forward and move in a new direction in our life. And in that, we'll be jumping into and taking a leap of faith into some new things and some new directions. And at the same time, to remember that overall stability that we're looking for in our lives. So we'll be given movement, faith, and stability during this time. So I think those are some really great things. So we can spend more time looking at these. If you're interested in me doing an extended, maybe on our Patreon group, let me know, and I'll be happy to look at each of these cards, the different, you know, obviously we're looking at, we can look at it from the perspective, you know, like Virgo and Cancer and Sagittarius, and if these people are coming into our lives, how are they going to be benefiting or interacting with us at this time. And we could also look at the extended as far as, you know, just, you know, why is magician here, and what are some of the ways that we can do a better job of manifesting, and we should be manifesting during this time, and some of those kind of things. So if you'd like to have that extended, I can certainly do that here in the next week or so. So I will keep a picture of this so that I know what this layout was, so we can continue on with that later. So as you can see, while we've been talking here, the sun has been setting, and I think I'm ready to go do some stuff with my kids, go drink some more infused water, and spend some time grounding and nurturing and eating some food. There you go. See, that's better. Okay, well, you know what? I really like doing this outside. Hopefully I can do more of it. And I apologize if any of the background bothers, especially the Virgos. No, I mean, you know, the people that are neat freaks, because I'm not. And I have 2 kids, they're 7 and 9, who continuously try to act like 2-year-olds in the way they lay things around, and I have to be, are you 2 or are you 9? So, okay, well, enough about me. Please subscribe to my channel, like and share this video. Like I said, I do want to build some things on Patreon for people who are members of the group Spiritual Rebirth Tarot and want to be more supportive of that. So some things that are just for you. and it can give value to you, and hopefully maybe do some live communications and stuff in that. And then also, if you would like to donate to my channel, PayPal, and I'll put in the bottom here in the comments on how you can do that. That would be a big benefit. It would help me to be able to continue this, and to continue the channel, and to continue our growth. And I really hope that our goal is to help to raise the vibration of the planet, one person at a time, as each soul is awakening to our true divine calling in our lives, and offering you hopefully some inspiration and guidance along the way. So blessings to you, love and light, and we will talk to you again soon.